Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of my survival Minecraft Let's Play series. If you couldn't tell by the last episode, I'm still figuring a lot of things out with this new PC I have, and hopefully, I can just work out all the kinks within like the next couple of episodes. Um, Last episode, we got diamonds and we got obsidian. The obsidian we'll be using for another portal in one of the upcoming episodes. I think episode 30 is when I intend to enter the nether and have a big exploration trip, which I think will be very, very fun. But for now, I think it's time we got ourselves into some enchanting, which I think will be very fun. Now, we have 8 diamonds still, and then we're gonna use, we already used 2 to make our enchanting table, we already used 3 to make the diamond pickaxe. Now, we can make a chest plate, or we can make some more diamond tools. I'm not really sure which I want to do. Me personally, I think tools are always a better option to go with. But let's just craft up some bookshelves first, honestly. And we should see how what types of enchantments we can get with our newfound enchanting table. So I think we can just place these here and then place that there. We can get efficiency too. Or in breaking 1, we need more levels is what I'm seeing. So I don't know if we'll necessarily be able to mess around with it this episode, but I think I'm gonna try enchanting my iron tools. Let's see what we can get our iron sword. Ooh, we can get sharpness. Right, let's enchant with sharpness and breaking 2. Nice. Okay guys, it's that part of the video that you're all familiar with. If you're enjoying the video so far, please be sure to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. As always, I appreciate all the support you guys give. Thank you guys so much for 150 subscribers, by the way, and I hope you continue enjoying my content in the future. So yeah, thank you. Alright. I'm low-key recording this the night before I go back to college. So yeah, I'm kind of nervous for the new semester. It should be my last one in terms of getting my associates. It's been a bit of a long and winding road to get to where I am in college, but you know, I think the journey was worth it, despite all the bumps along the way. There are some things I wish I changed, and some things I wish I was better at, but at the end of the day, I think I've stayed true to myself almost the entire way through, which I don't think a lot of people can say about themselves. And if you ever feel like you're at a crossroads where you have to choose between being true to yourself and making a choice that's like wholly different from something you'd truly make, I hope that whatever your choice you make, whether it be the one you feel authentic towards or not, I just hope it's not a choice you ever end up like regret making. For me, I felt like really stuck for like a bit because I thought I was making the right choice. But then I realized, you know, I could always do both of the things that I felt like I should do. And that's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to be a content creator while also being a college student. I'm trying to figure that out, that that comfortable medium between the two. And sure, I'm still having trouble with it. I'm only human, not really perfect at it, but um understanding that healthy medium, I think, is something that I'll always be trying to work on myself. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And if you're ever feeling like you're trapped between a rock and a hard place, don't ever feel like that the decision you make is ever truly the wrong one. Just know that maybe someday you can make a new choice. I'm gonna put away this book from Santa. Just put it right here on my shelf. Okay. Up. Actually, let me just put this in my room. Yeah. And there we go. Put that there. Stick away. Put away some of this lapis lazuli. Let's go check on these birch trees. Yep. Okay. There we go. There you go. And, like, I wouldn't say every choice you make is permanent, you know? You can obviously always just end up choosing a new choice. Like, if I had to make a metaphor, think of this house. This house was way different when I started this series, you know? It was way smaller. It was literally just this 7x7 area and this 5x5 area right here. And it was just so small. And now it's expanded, it's grown. And like this house, like a tree, you know, that you'll continue to expand and grow yourselves. And, you know, I don't pretend to be some guy with all the answers. I'm still figuring out the answers for myself. But I think through this series, I've been able to honestly come out of that shell that I was sort of in, where I felt like I needed some sort of outlet to discuss the things I was thinking and feeling in my head. This series has helped me process a lot of those feelings lately, and helped me come to terms with a lot of, like, places where I still feel like I could, what's the word? Let me find the word real quick. The series has helped me a lot with processing what I really want, like, in the future, I think, or at least coming to terms with what I want for the future. And it's definitely given me, like, a way more positive and brighter outlook in regards to that potential future. Not that I was ever, like, gloomy or glum, but I always felt, even from an early age, that the future is always something that wouldn't ever catch up to me. And that I'd always have the time to just be aspirational about what I wanted to do. But I hung out with some IRL friends recently, And I hear them talking about all this cool stuff that they're gonna get up to, all these career opportunities that they're getting up to. And, it made me a little nervous because my friends, they're awesome, and they're going on to do such great things with their lives, but I feel like I'm still the same person as I always was. I'm still stuck repeating the same old patterns that I always did and continue to do. But I think the series has helped me realize for the most part that that's okay. You know, I don't, I do have to grow a bit more. And, I always will have to grow a bit more. But I shouldn't be afraid of that change. I shouldn't be afraid of that growth because it's just a part of life. And, you know, we're always growing, we're always changing, and we're always still learning lessons, whether it be lessons we should already have learned or new ones. And, that's honestly okay. You don't need to be afraid of changing because you're going to change anyways. So just embrace that fact. I never, try to claim to be or know more than I really do. But, as I've gotten older, I've realized the importance of sharing the wisdom you come across you come across to other people because, maybe other people haven't achieved or had that wisdom in their lives yet, haven't had the opportunity to gain that wisdom in their lives. And I think that's what the duty of, the older generation is to the younger generation. I sound, this makes me sound so old. I swear I'm only 21, you guys, but it's like, the more I grow, I realize it's the duty of those that have come before us to, share their wisdom and impart that's how you impart your legacy, by sharing where you could have messed up in the past and you realized and you grew from that. And that's why it's so very vital to just be open and not be afraid to communicate these sorts of things with the people that come after us. Once we become afraid to share that part of ourselves that struggled, we shut ourselves off to progress, in a way. But yeah, those are just like my little thoughts on it. I wouldn't put too much merit into my words. Like I said, at the end of the day, I'm literally just a guy playing Minecraft for you all. I'm not really anything crazy. I just enjoy building and I enjoy talking and processing these feelings through that very simple and, very therapeutic medium. It's like, for me, it just feels really easy to just get behind the mic and talk these sort of thoughts I have out into the world. Because it's just very honest, It's just me being candid with my feelings. And I think that's like one of the best parts about, these commentary videos, just having that space to just be myself for 20 minutes and just having an audience that's willing to just listen for a little. I think one of my favorite TV shows of all time, technically not even within the show itself, but in its extended media. If you guys ever read the official Journal 3 from Gravity Falls, it's like this little spin-off book that is essentially a canonical, like, side piece to what goes on in the main story, basically. There's a very hard-hitting line within that book that sticks with me even now. And, you know, I still think about it. I still try to incorporate it into my day-to-day life. And basically, that line is something to the effect of, growing old doesn't mean you have to grow up. And for me, I take that line as, you know, even as you get older, you don't have to, you don't have to calcify, right? You don't have to suddenly just become an adult. Just give yourself time to grow, to continue to learn from the people around you, from the people that you love, and embrace the fact that, yeah, you might be older, but does that really make you a grown-up? Like, I'm 21 now, and even I still don't feel like I'm where I should be as an adult. Even though people tell me, oh, you're so mature now, you're so grown up. I still struggle with the fact that I'm genuinely still just have a lot of anxieties about what I'm doing with my life, you know? And, you know, I hate to sound like a broken record, but this series really has helped me with a lot of those anxieties and a lot of that figuring out. And I'll continue to be working on myself. I'll continue to have to figure things out. And I hope you guys would be willing to go along that journey with me. Because, you know, it's part of the fun is being able to share your experiences with other people. And I think, in a way, this series is kind of like a diary of myself that I can share with the people who are willing to watch and give it the time of day. Which, at the end, all I can really say is I appreciate that so very much. And who knows? Maybe someday, I wouldn't say I'd feel truly like a grown-up, but I think I'd reach a point where I understand that, yes, I'll probably still continue to grow, but I'll feel comfortable enough that those anxieties I have, you know, slightly gone away. That's all we can really hope for at the end of the day, right? Sorry, I really enjoy watching the Minecraft sunset, you know? It's one of my favorite things in the world. You know, and it doesn't beat a real, it could never beat a real sunset. I've watched a few of the real sunsets on occasion, and they're so breathtaking, but it's still nice to just look out into this virtual world full of virtual trees and virtual grass and virtual fish and virtual stars, and just imagine what else could be waiting for me just beyond these unloaded chunks, you know? And yeah, with that, we've come to the end of the episode. Guys, thank you so much again for watching. If you've made it this far into the video and you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I really appreciate it. It helps me out, helps the channel out. Thank you again for 150 subscribers. And yeah, my name's been Goober Jam. You guys have been a terrific audience. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. With that, take care and much love. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.